Welcome to the YouTube channel named as Cat to IM by Manoj Mahajan. Today we are going to talk about the Ramban strategy, the CAT mock best strategy, so that you can increase your percentile in the remaining mocks and be better prepared for the CAT 2023. So make sure that you watch the video till the end. It would be a bit lengthy video, but worth watching. If I look over here, if you want to push your percentile in the CAT mocks, and definitely you would be applying the same strategy in the actual CAT also. And make sure that you do apply the DPACTS strategy in the LRDI section to push the percentile. So if you look over here, there are 50 plus days still left out for the CAT. And I'm pretty sure that the last week you are going to keep completely for the revision. So the remaining 6 weeks, you can look forward to write the mocks also. So what I'm expecting is every student to write at least 2 mocks every week and do thorough analysis. Some of the students can look forward to write more mocks also depending on the amount of preparation done so far. So make sure that you apply the strategy. So my first question to all of you before you look at the strategy, how do you judge your performance based on the CAT mock, which you are writing with a lot of institutes? So you can actually look forward to write in the comment box also. And you would be finding with surprise that most of the students are going to write, they judge the CAT mock performance based on score. Actually, you should look forward to judge based on percentile. So probably the percentile would be a better indicator as compared to the score. The reason being because the mocks are also of the different difficulty level. So if you have a difficult mock, of course, the score would be on the lower side. If you have an easier mock, the score would be on the higher side. So better you judge the performance based on percentile from now onwards. And remember that when you judge the performance based on percentile, make sure that the number of students who are writing the mocks, so the base has to be a slightly on the higher side, then only the percentile would make sense to us. So if you look over here, normally with a good coaching institute where the base is around 10,000 for the mocks, you can look forward to still have a good indicator of the percentile. But still, let me tell you that whatever coaching institute you're going to write, remember one thing, that whatever percentile you are getting in the mocks, in the actual CAT, it would be much, much higher. The reason being because in the CAT, you would have a larger base. So over here, just around 10,000 in the CAT, this time you can expect around 3 lakh people would be writing the CAT paper. Of course, the registration is more, but on the final day, maybe some of them may miss out the paper. So make sure, I'm just giving one idea that if you are scoring somewhere around, let's say 90 percentile in any of the mocks available in the market, of course, I'm talking about the renowned coaching institutes. So if you are scoring 90 percentile, you can definitely expect somewhere around 96 percentile in the actual CAT. So yes, there is a huge difference in the percentile which you get in the mocks and what you get in the CAT. So everything remains same if I assume. In that case, if scoring around 90 can fetch you 96 around in the actual CAT. If already you are in the range of 95 plus in the mocks, of course, you can look forward to go beyond 99 plus. So definitely just make sure that you also have this in your mind, that why you are unable to score very high in the mocks, because the base is low in terms of the percentile if I look over here. So anything above 95 plus is also very good, and you can expect 19 plus in the actual CAT. So this was one fact which a lot of students are not aware of. And always I've seen that a lot of students are going to judge only based on the score, not on the base of the percentile. Reason being because that is being circulated also in the market. So remember, percentile is a better indicator, and make sure always check the base, how many students are writing. Then, of course, you would have a clear picture about your performance. So let me first tell you, before you write any mock after watching this video, just remember these few golden points. So one, if I look over here, make sure, please believe in yourself. This is very, very important. So self-belief is must. And if I look over here, going with the Swami Vivekananda saying also, believe in yourself and the world will be at your feet. So that is actually true. So make sure that for the remaining 50 plus day, you have the self-belief. Yes, I can do well in the CAT. I can get a good percentile. Make sure that you're not going to give up, right? Because see, in the mocks, of course, the percentile is going to fluctuate many times. So remember that you don't have to give up. Just make sure that see what is the base of the students who are writing that particular mock. That is important. Secondly, make sure that you also look forward to do thorough analysis of the mocks, which is very, very important. What went wrong, where you could not do well. So in which section you really spoiled. All these analysis have to be done. And make sure that the hard work is very, very important for the last 50 plus days. So if you can give 12 plus hours also every day for the remaining 50 plus day, that would be a decent number in terms of the hours. 600 plus hours we are going to have, which you can look forward to divide in the quant, LRDI, VRC as per your strength and weakness. Few basic thing I would tell you that for VRC, make sure just read, comma, read, dot. And what you can read, novel reading you can do, Aeon articles you can look forward to read, newspaper reading you can look forward to do, and make sure along with reading, you should look forward to keep writing the sectional test. So this is a time where a lot of students should focus on sectional test also. Some of the students can look forward for topic tests if they are not comfortable in particular areas. So this is what you can do in the VRC. Secondly, if I look in the LRDI, just make sure that every day 3 to 4 sets you can do. And better would be rather than doing 3-4 sets without any time limit, it's better you start writing the sectional test. So of course, normally you would have 4 LRDI sets in the section test. So you can look forward to write the section test on a regular basis and make sure that you do the thorough analysis. So that is something which you can look forward to apply for the LRDI, and always remember the DPACT strategy, which I am going to tell you in a while. So that will also help you in pushing your percentile. Next, if I look in the quant, make sure the concept revision is must. So if you have already gone through all the concepts, make sure that you start repeating those concepts again. And I personally tell you, repeating is great, especially if I talk about if you repeat the quant concepts, things are going to change in the quant in the next 50 days. If I look over here, if you can repeat all the recordings and make sure, yes, of course, there's a time where you can look forward to write the sectional test of quant as well, and make sure that you do the thorough analysis. Already for mocks, I've given you the rough idea of the number, which you can look forward to follow in the remaining days. Remember, CAT exam is not only about aptitude. So if you think of that, you have solved so many questions, why you are still not able to do well, it could be related to the temperament. So make sure that 2 hours you have to keep yourself cool and calm. Do not press any panic button. If I look over here, a lot of people have the habit of doing it. Neither get emotional nor have ego with any kind of questions, because there are students who do have ego. That something of this sort they've already solved, and now today they have to definitely crack that. Without cracking, they're not going to leave. So don't have such kind of ego, or don't get emotional with the problem that something similar you've already solved today, you're unable to do it and you keep wasting your time. It's better move on. So there is no point of getting bogged down with the questions. Otherwise, you're going to look at that you will waste a lot of time, and of course the attempts are going to drop, and unnecessary flukes you're going to have later on when the attempts would be on the lower side when you see that. So if you look over here, if you go with the flow for the 2 hours, of course you can do well, and make sure that you go and give your best shot. Now, the most important thing, which I do not know why students are unable to follow, no targets. I keep seeing students telling me, can we keep a target for quant, these many questions, for VRC, these many questions, for LRDI, 2.5 set. Oh God, how can you even decide the target? You do not know the difficulty level of the paper. Targets are going to lead to build pressure on yourself, and you're going to do unnecessary attempts if unable to meet the target, and it is going to definitely lead to negative as well. So do not have a target of 2.5 set in LRDI, or maybe 1.5 set in LRDI, or maybe 1 set. I would say that go and give your best shot, apply the DPAC strategy in the LRDI. You should rock, right? No target in the quant also. I'll tell you, you should go in the round strategy in the quant in a while. And I'm sure that if you follow that, you would be able to do well. Remember one very important thing that LRDI normally comes in the middle of the entire paper. So LRDI is a nightmare also for many students. So do not carry the baggage of one section if it happens while moving to other section or section. So it is possible that LRDI you don't do well and you keep that baggage in your mind. And when you move to the quant section, in spite of quant being easy, you're going to spoil it. So make sure that 2 hours you have to relax yourself, be cool and calm. Of course, you have to go with the flow, right? And do not think of any target, do not think of any result in the middle of the exam or how well you have done. All this analysis, you can do it post 2 hours. So these are very few golden points which I've talked about, but each and every golden point over here is very important to push your percentile in the mocks and the actual CAT also. Now, let me quickly go on to section-wise strategy so that you can do well in each of the sections. So make sure that you watch the video till the end and make sure that you share this video with each and every CAT aspirant. So the CAT 2IM has come up with the best strategy in the market. Honestly, if I talk about the entire video would be helpful for you. So the verbal section, if I look over here, normally what I feel is the key to score is attempts. You have to push your attempts. I'm not saying flukes. I'm saying you have to push your attempts. If you think of, let's say that you just do 8 attempts, 10 attempts in the verbal section, maybe 12 attempts, and you think of that 90% of them would be correct or maybe 100% of them would be correct, it would be very difficult to get the VRC questions correct. Normally, there is a lot of subjectivity involved. So your accuracy normally ranges between 75 to 80, maybe 80 to 85, not beyond. Very few students or the people can actually look forward to have a high accuracy in the verbal section. So the attempts play a key role out here. How can you push your attempts? And I will also tell you how can you get them correct also. Most of them you can push your accuracy also. So I'm not saying that everyone should follow that, but what I do, and probably I can look forward that people who are struggling in the verbal section, they can look forward to start with the usage part. Around 8 minutes you can spend over there and you will find out as of now 8 questions. You do not know what would be the actual pattern if I look over here in the CAT. And then the remaining 32 minutes you can focus on the remaining 16 questions. So what I look forward in these 8 minutes, see, the only area where probably if I look over here, you may struggle to get them correct would be those parajumbles where you have to insert the sequence. So let's say if there are just 4 statements also, let's say statement 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm applying a basic probability concept 4 factorial 24 cases. So the chance of getting that correct is very, very low. 1 by 24, that is around 4%. So it is very low. So I would suggest that the parajumble where you have to fill in the order, and remember, if the number of statements become 5, in that case, it would be really very, very difficult, 120 cases and just 1 correct out of that. So in that scenario, it would be damn difficult. So instead of looking at these problems in the beginning, I would say maybe towards the end, you can look when you have done the entire VRC. Only you should look forward to such kind of questions when it's very straightforward, not that difficult, and you can fill in some order and you can get that correct, right? Otherwise, it's better to focus on the other usage part where definitely you're going to focus on the odd man out where let's say if you have 5 statements also and one is the odd man out. So 1 by 5 chance you have. So definitely those questions should be marked because you do not have the negative also. And of course, the para summary or the para completion question, everyone should look forward to do because normally I see the highest accuracy in the usage part coming from that area. If you are not good at that area, still you have 50 plus day, make sure that you focus on it. Now let me come to the other part. Next focus should be on the RC. I personally feel that most of the RC you can do provided you are able to comprehend. So the RC should be left out only in the scenario when you are unable to comprehend the passage. There is no point of doing the questions on it. So better you probably see which RC you would love to do before and which you would do towards the end. So if you feel that you can comprehend each and every passage or the passage given over there in the VRC, then of course you should look forward to do those passages, because attempts is very very important, right? So you have to push your attempts. Normally I see who are good in the verbal, they can go beyond 20 plus also, but there would be a lot of students who would be in the range 16 to 18. That is a decent attempt, I would look. But yes, you should look forward for a decent attempts in the verbal section, because 75%, 80%, or maybe 85% accuracy you can look forward to have, not beyond that, honestly speaking, right? And how you can also reach that accuracy, I'll tell you. One is, if I look over here, to push your accuracy, which a lot of people don't do it. Always make sure that you get the answer in the VRC by elimination approach. That is very, very important. Second is, a lot of students don't do it. Please do the analysis of each and every option. Every option means every option. Why, let's say, one of the answer is correct and why the remaining three answers are incorrect. Every option thorough analysis has to be done if you want to push your accuracy. Of course, attempts on the higher side and accuracy would come with the elimination approach and doing thorough analysis. And one more thing, that if you want to push your attempts, I would honestly tell everyone, let's say there are 4 choices and 2 you are sure of that these 2 cannot be the answer. The remaining 2 you are left out with, and one of them is the answer out of that, but you're not very sure of. A lot of people don't take chance, right? I would honestly say that it is very difficult to boil down to answer in the verbal section, because you have a lot of subjectivity. So if you are able to eliminate, let's say, 2 of them, and you know that out of the remaining 2, definitely the answer is there, I would say take a chance. So yes, 50% chance you have of correct, 50% of incorrect also. But probably if I look over here, 50% is a good chance to take the risk out here, provided you know that in the verbal there is a lot of subjectivity. Similar thing, try avoid in the LRDI or on the con, because over there you do not have much issue of accuracy. Over there, especially in the LRDI, people have the issue of attempts, right? And in the quant, if I look over here, it could again be an issue of the attempts if you do not follow the right strategy, right? So I would just say that this strategy should be restricted to verbal only, where you should take the chance. So just try, do it, and make sure that, of course, as in the part of the preparation, keep reading. So read till the end also, if you can do that. So this is the only mantra I feel with my 90 plus years of experience, that yes, if you do that, you're going to rock in the verbal section, right? So let me come to the LRDI strategy now, where I'm going to also focus on the DPACTS. So this word DPACTS has been coined by me. So let's see what is a DPACT strategy. So of course, if you apply this strategy, you can actually maximize your percentile in the CAT LRDI section. So let's look at each of the letters one by one, and in detail, I'll talk about the DPACT strategy. So make sure that you watch the video till the end. So this D stands for DAR. So a lot of students still have fear about the LRDI section. So I personally feel that make sure that you do enough practice ताकि आपका डर कम हो सके. So that is the only way, if I look over here, if you want to reduce your fear. So practice lot of sets of LRD and the remaining 50 plus days. Even you can look forward to join my booster course, where I'm looking for 75 plus sets as practice in the LRDA. So after looking at the practice part and what you can do in the practice from your side in the remaining days, you can look forward for the sectional test. Make sure that you do thorough analysis. I'll tell you what could be done in the analysis also. So the thorough analysis is also very, very must if you want to push your percentile in the CAT LRDA section. Now the 3 last letters, very important. A lot of students are not even aware of, right? What should be focused in the LRDA section. So this letter C stands for the use of choices in the LRDA section. Damn important, because that can make the problem easier for you. And very important, if I look over here, is Chorana. So honestly speaking, I have told my CAT 2M students also while solving the some of the CAT LRDI sets, look that these questions मैं आराम से चुरा सकता था बिना पूरा सॉल्व करे. यस, यू वर्ड इट राइट, बिना पूरा सॉल्व करे. तो कई बार ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जो डिफिकल्ट होते हैं आपके, या मॉडरेट प्लस होते हैं, unable to crack the entire thing, but reading just few lines and reading a particular question, it is very much possible that you can answer that problem and you can push your attempt, push your percentile. तो चुराना बहुत जरूरी है, मैंने अपने सेशंस में करके दिखाया भी है. सो आई एम श्योर दैट इफ यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ कि चुराते कैसे हैं, बी अ पार्ट ऑफ कैट 2 IIM and probably I can show you also that yes, there have been lot of LRDI set जिसमें not all the questions but हर सेट में एक एक दो दो क्वेश्चन चुरा सकते थे बिना पूरा सॉल्व करे. And you know that already you are struggling in the LRDI, so if you can push your attempts by 2-3 also, and that to getting them correct, you can actually push your percentile and even easily clear the cutoff in the LRDI section. So that is also a big problem for a lot of students unable to clear the cutoff in the LRDI part, right? So that's very important. Another, if I look over here, people don't use this trick. So this T stands for theta, type in the answer. So of course, see, if you are able to read a problem and unable to solve, let's say, but you know the questions are theta and you know that the answer is in a particular range, I would suggest start filling it, right? So if you start filling it, it is very much possible that maybe in some of the sectional tests or in the mocks, if I look over here, you can get them correct also. And remember one thing, that a lot of people feel that this does not work. It actually works when you start thinking from that perspective, right? The problem is that we are not aware of that. Yes, the some of the questions in the LRDI set चुरा सकते हैं, वो हमें पता ही नहीं है, राइट? तो जब तक पता ही नहीं है, आप वो ट्राई नहीं करोगे. तो अब आपको अगर पता चल रहा है कि हाँ लोग चुराते हैं, तो अच्छा परसेंटेज जिनका आता है, लोग चुराते हैं, आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑनेस्टली. तो आप भी सोचो उस लाइन से, और मेरे वीडियोस भी देखो आप लोग. मैं आपको आऊंगा इस चैनल पे भी कुछ LRDI के वीडियोस जिसमें सेट्स पिक करूंगा जहां पे चुरा के मैं दिखाऊंगा. तो मेक श्योर दैट यू सब्सक्राइब ताकि आप मिस ना करो वो सेशंस को. इवन कॉन्ट के भी कुछ सेशंस में अभी अपलोड करूंगा इस चैनल पे इस मंथ में, नवंबर में. सो चुराना बहुत जरूरी है, पहले तो आपको पता हो, उसके बाद ही आप कर सकते हो. तो ये डेवलप करने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा, बट आज आप वीडियो देख रहे हो तो आपको पता चल गया और ये डेवलप हो सकता है, राइट? Now, the most important, and we'll talk about in detail also, is the letter S. What does this S stands for? Selection. लोग करते ही नहीं है ना? पहला सेट आया, शुरू कर दिया, फिर दूसरा आया, शुरू कर दिया, एंड सो ऑन. इसमें क्या होता है, कई बार जो इजी सेट्स होते हैं, डुएबल होते हैं, वो मिस भी हो जाते हैं, राइट? तो सबसे पहला काम हमें सिलेक्शन का करना चाहिए. तो मैं आपको एक और चीज बताता हूँ जो लोगों को पता ही नहीं है. विद इन अ सेक्शन आपके पास एक लिंक होता है राइट टॉप कॉर्नर में, उसको क्लिक करोगे तो आप ये अप्लाई VRC में भी कर सकते हो. लिंक ओपन करके सेक्शन पूरा देख सकते हो, LRDI में भी, कॉन्ट में भी. बट इसका ज्यादा जरूरत मेरे को लगता है LRDI में पड़ेगा. इवन इसका जरूरत VRC में भी पड़ता है जब लोग RCs फिगर आउट करते हैं कौन सा करना चाहिए कौन सा नहीं, राइट? लेकिन ऑफकोर्स ये लिंक का यूज आप LRDI में जरूर करें, सिलेक्शन करना होगा. तो अपने जो टाइप्स होते हैं प्रॉब्लम के, इजी, इजी टू मॉडरेट, मॉडरेट, मॉडरेट प्लस, डिफिकल्ट. तो नॉर्मली अपन जैसे मान लीजिए अपना 4 सेट्स है, सेट 1, सेट 2, सेट 3, सेट 4. तो सेट 1 अगर डिफिकल्ट है टुवर्ड्स द एंड करेंगे, शुरू में नहीं करना है, राइट? सेट 2 मान लीजिए मॉडरेट प्लस है तो डू इट इन द मिडिल, है ना, बट नॉट इन द बिगनिंग. सेट 3 आपका मॉडरेट है, सेट 4 भी आपका मॉडरेट है या इजी टू मॉडरेट है, डेफिनेटली वी आर गोइंग टू लुक एट. सो order wise, if I go set 1, if I do first then set 2, it may be possible that 40 minutes खत्म हो गए और आपके पास जो moderate sets थे करने लायक वो आप देख भी नहीं पाए हो. So never decide the order like set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Open, click on the link, open the section, spend around 5 to 6 minutes in doing the selection, decide the order. So my set 3 could be first, set 4 could be second, and उसके बाद सेट 2 एंड द लास्ट कुड बी सेट 1 विच इज डिफिकल्ट. और जो चुराने वाली टेक्निक है ज्यादातर अपन एंड में करते हैं, मॉडरेट प्लस सेट्स में या डिफिकल्ट वालों में, क्योंकि मॉडरेट जो है या इजी टू मॉडरेट है, इजी है, वो मैक्सिमम अपना सॉल्व हो ही जाता है, राइट? सो अब देख लेते हैं कि सिलेक्शन कैसे करते हैं 5-6 मिनट्स में. एक ही बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है, ठीक है? तो ये प्रैक्टिस के साथ ही आएगा आपको कि 5 to 6 मिनट्स में बिना सॉल्व करे कैसे सिलेक्शन करते हैं। यस, यू हर्ड इट राइट, बिना सॉल्व करे। तो देखो सिलेक्शन में अपन 5 to 6 मिनट्स देंगे लिंक ओपन करके। अपन को मेनली क्या करना होता है, टाइप देखना पड़ता है। तो एक क्यूपीक्यू अप्रोच है, दैट इज यू लुक एट दी क्वेश्चंस, है ना, then you try to look at the paragraph where the answer is there, and then you come back to the question to mark the answer, normally applied in the VRC where you have a fact based RC. But something similar we can apply in the LRDI also. Have a look of the questions. Questions would give you a fair idea what type the problem is. Secondly, of course, you can have a cursory look of the problem. So if it is too lengthy, there is no need to read each and every point. Just have a cursory look. Maybe it's a DI set, just have a cursory look what kind of percentage figures are given to you. If the set is normally on the lengthwise, if I look, not much to read, you can look forward to read that stuff also, because it won't take much time. And if you feel that yes, it's a doable one, you can put in your bucket list that yes, of course, I have to do this problem. I don't have to miss out this set altogether. So make sure that you go on to the sets one by one and have a look of the question and a cursory look of the set given. Try to identify in these types which I've written, is it a counting problem where not much effort, I can straight away do it? Is it a calculation problem where you have the keywords like SAGR, CAGR, growth rate, maximum growth rate, in which year, minimum growth rate? So just have a look of what kind of problems do you have, right? In the question, if you read, you can figure out. And normally the problem which normally comes on the calculation, it may be possible that the way the CAT people have presented the data, that would be something new. So don't be afraid of, have a look of it. Normally people get afraid of it. So I would say don't get afraid, have a look of it. If it is easy to understand, do it. If you find yes, it is difficult, then move on, right? So another type is you require calculation, even counting. So this is the order which I'm looking at picking up the sets. The counting definitely I'm going to do at the beginning, right? And something which has reasoning, difficult one, the calculation, counting also, I would try look at towards the end, right? So you have to try to figure out the type, what I mentioned out here on the PDF over here, what kind of type you have, and accordingly you are categorizing which sets to be done before and which to be done towards the end. So normally the selection becomes much more easier when you do the classes with me. So I do even tell, yeah, of course, this is something which we could have done at the beginning and this towards the end. And probably currently I'm running a booster course also for CAT 23 where I keep telling them this is a set which you should have done first and this towards the end, because the selection is actually 50% game altogether of the LRDI. The rest 50, if I look over here, is the other letters which I talked about. So of course, if your selection is right, in that case, you can really do well in the LRDI. Always make sure that after writing the section test, do thorough analysis and check on the DPACTS line what went wrong. And of course, the letter S is very important. Make sure that you look at the selection that जो करने लायक था वही करा है कि नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं difficult ones ले लिए हैं, right है ना? तो कुछ और पैरामीटर्स हैं अपार्ट फ्रॉम टाइप। सो देखो कभी भी अपन को ना लेंथ के बेसिस पे डिसाइड नहीं करना चाहिए, राइट है ना, कि कम लेंथ है तो स्टार्ट कर दिया। लेंथ कम है तो आप देख सकते हो, लेकिन अगर आपको दिख रहा है कि डिफिकल्ट है तो डोंट स्टार्ट विद दैट, राइट है ना। कोई हो सकता है सेट जिसमें लेंथ ज्यादा हो, बट अगर मैं देखूं कि वो इजी है तो वो उससे भी मैं शुरू कर सकता हूँ, और इवन जिसका लेंथ कम है उसको मैं छोड़ सकता हूँ, राइट। तो लेंथ का पैरामीटर तब अपन एक और बार देख सकते हैं, मान लीजिए कि दो सेट्स हैं, इसको समझना, ये जो पैरामीटर्स इस पीडीएफ पे हैं, अपने दोनों का टाइप सेम लग रहा है, ज्यादा फिगर आउट नहीं हो पा रहा है यार कि डिफिकल्टी लेवल क्या है, लग रहा है कि मोटा मोटा सेम है। तो अपन देख सकते हैं कि जिसमें पढ़ने को कम है ऑफकोर्स वो शुरू कर सकते हैं, जिसमें ज्यादा क्वेश्चन है उसको शुरू कर सकते हैं। अपन को ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं करना है कि जिसमें अपने ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स है, मान लो किसी में 6 आ गए, राइट है, किसी में 4 है, तो काफी लोग क्या करते हैं, दे बिकम ग्रीडी, दे स्ट्रेट अवे स्टार्ट विद 6 कि यार ज्यादा क्वेश्चन मिल जाएंगे, बट हो सकता है वो डिफिकल्ट हो। तो मैं कह रहा हूँ जज करो पहले टाइप, अगर वो इजी है 6 क्वेश्चन से करो, डिफिकल्ट है प्लीज लुक टुवर्ड्स द एंड, 4 वाला अगर इजी है तो उसको कर लो, राइट है ना। सो नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन से भी स्ट्रेट अवे डिसाइड नहीं करना चाहिए, ऑलवेज हैव अ लुक बिफोर यू स्टार्ट विद, राइट। ऑफ कोर्स अगर दोनों का टाइप सेम है और एक में 6 क्वेश्चन है और एक में 4 है, डिफिकल्टी लेवल सेम लग रहा है, तो ऑफ कोर्स मैं 6 वाला पहले करूंगा, राइट। अब एमसीक्यू और नॉन एमसीक्यू भी लोग को पता नहीं है कि क्या पहले करना चाहिए। लोग नॉन एमसीक्यू पहले करते हैं, उसका रीजन है बिकॉज नेगेटिव नहीं है। बट आप समझो यार, अगर चॉइसेस नहीं होगा तो एक्यूरेसी हिट करता है, राइट है ना। और चॉइसेस से वी कैन एक्चुअली मेक द प्रॉब्लम लिटिल इजियर ऑल्सो। आई वुड से कि अगर दो सेट्स आपको ऐसे लग रहे हैं डिफिकल्टी लेवल सेम है, एक एमसीक्यू है और एक नॉन एमसीक्यू है, तो मैं सजेस्ट आपको एमसीक्यू वाला करूंगा, क्योंकि उसमें चॉइसेस होगा तो उसको यूज कर सकते हैं। और चॉइसेस होने से एक्यूरेसी थोड़ा सा हायर साइड रहता है एज कंपेयर टू दी नॉन एमसीक्यू। ऑफकोर्स नॉन एमसीक्यू अगर आपने उठा लिया है और आपको एक आइडिया लगता है किस रेंज में अपना आंसर है, तो फिल जरूर करके आना चाहिए। देखो आपका अटेम्प्ट भी बढ़ेगा और नेगेटिव तो होगा नहीं, स्कोर भी बढ़ने के चांसेस हैं। डीपैक्ट्स में एक टी अपना लेटर है जिसकी मैं बात कर रहा हूं। सो मेक श्योर कि डीपैक्ट्स इज गिवन बाय मी, नोबडी कैन क्लेम दैट। It's a very, very important word. Everyone should know about DPACTS. And if you follow that, I'm pretty sure that you can do well in the LRDI as well, right? Let's look at the other part of the selection out here. See, normally, if I look over here, you can look forward to apply this strategy all of some sets. इसका क्या मतलब होता है कि मान लो 4 सेट आ गए, दो आपने कर लिए पूरे कंप्लीट, दो आपने छोड़ दिए, राइट है ना, या उन दो में से जो छोड़े थे कुछ चुरा लिया आपने। सो नॉर्मली ऐसा हो सकता है बिकॉज वो दो काफी डिफिकल्ट थे, समझ ही नहीं आ रहे थे, राइट है ना। सो दिस स्ट्रैटेजी कैन बी देयर, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द डिफिकल्टी लेवल ऑफ द सेट्स। अनदर कुड बी सम ऑफ ऑल सेट्स। तो सारे सेट्स आपको देखो, क्योंकि आप 5-6 मिनट दे रहे हो शुरू में, तो पता है आपको डिफिकल्टी लेवल, तो आपको दिख रहा है कि सेट समझ आ रहे हैं। बट विद इन दी सेट क्या हो सकता है, कुछ क्वेश्चंस काफी गंदे हो सकते हैं, टाइम कंज्यूमिंग। तो ऐसा कोई रूल नहीं है कि आपने कोई सेट पिक कर लिया तो सारे बनाने हैं, आप छोड़ भी सकते हो कुछ, राइट है ना। और सबसे डिफिकल्ट रहता है सम ऑफ सम सेट्स। तो बेसिकली क्या है इसमें, कुछ सेट्स तो गंदे इतने हैं वो छोड़ ही दिए ऑल टुगेदर, चुरा सकते हो तो अलग बात है, राइट है ना। कुछ पे फोकस किया, उसमें भी विद इन दैट सेट कुछ गंदे क्वेश्चंस हैं तो वो भी स्किप करने पड़ गए। तो ऐसा चांस कम है, बिकॉज अगर ऐसा होता है तो काफी डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा अपना LRDI। और of course at a very less score you can look forward for a very high percentile also. So make sure that you try follow the DPAC strategy in the LRDI. I'm pretty sure that you can rock if I look over here in the remaining days if you follow that, and make sure that you watch the video till the end. Let's quickly come to the QA section. What I personally feel over here is, are you able to reach till the last question? Let's say if there are 22 in number, my lucky number also, are you able to reach till the last? If not, then the QA strategy is not right. So I would say that you should make 2 round strategy only, round 1 and round 2, most of you. For some of them, I can tell round 1 also, but better would be that if you are part of CAT 2 I would sit with you one-on-one and tell you that this strategy would work for you, this will not work for you, right? But in general, let me tell you the strategy. So you have to go with the flow. Do not get bogged down with any QA questions for more than 2 minutes in the first round. So how that can happen? See, once one problem is coming on a screen, have a look of it, read it, and you know that the entire thought process is clear. I know each and every step what I have to do, and I know that it is not going to take much time. That is a tick question for me. That's a round 1 question I should do straight away over there. And after doing that, move to the next one. What for round 2 you should keep? Questions where you are doubtful that it may take time or you're not very clear of the entire process. So make it for mark for review option is there. So you can come in the round 2 over there. And of course, there are questions which you should altogether do not attempt it. That's a difficult one. कि आपने रीड करा समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है ना, सो मैं उसको राउंड 3 नहीं बोलूंगा। तो राउंड 1 राउंड 2 ही काफी है, राउंड 3 काफी मुश्किल होगा आपको इस पे आना, आना भी नहीं एक्चुअली में, बिकॉज आपको करना ही नहीं है वो क्वेश्चंस। तो ये वाले जो क्वेश्चंस है राउंड 3 में जो करना ही नहीं है, अगर आप आ पाते हो राउंड 1 करने के बाद, राउंड 2 टाइम बचता है और फिर राउंड 3 में आप कुछ ट्राई कर सकते हो जो डिफिकल्ट वन से बिल्कुल छोड़ना था, तो वो काफी कम बच्चे कर पाएंगे। मैक्सिमम जनता जो है राउंड 1 राउंड 2 में ही 40 मिनट्स खत्म हो जाएंगे। तो अगर ये भी कर पाते हो, यू वुड रॉक। सो पहले तो एक बार चेक करो, आर यू एबल टू रीच टिल द लास्ट। मुझे वही डाउट लग रहा है, आप पक्का बॉकडाउन होते होंगे, लगे रहते होंगे क्वेश्चंस के अंदर, तो बॉकडाउन होना बंद करें। आप एक चीज ध्यान रखें, स्माइल एंड स्किप भी अप्लाई करें, इट वर्क्स। सो अजीब चीज लगेगी लेकिन करना पड़ेगा, स्माइल एंड स्किप। तो ऑफकोर्स आप राउंड 1 भी कंप्लीट कर पाओगे, राउंड 2 भी, और सम लकी वंस कैन लुक फॉरवर्ड फॉर राउंड 3 क्वेश्चंस, जो कि ऑल टुगेदर वैसे तो छोड़ने वाले ही हैं, लेकिन कर सकते हो तो व्हाई नॉट। लेकिन बाकी लोग राउंड 1 राउंड 2 भी करोगे, चलेगा मुझको। तो मेक श्योर दैट यू ट्राई अप्लाई इन दी कमिंग मॉक्स विच यू गोइंग टू राइट। जो बच्चे एवरेज या बिलो एवरेज हैं क्वांट में, उनके लिए एक और स्ट्रैटेजी मैं बता रहा हूं, लेकिन वो आपको जज करना पड़ेगा आप किस लेवल पे हो। तो 50-60% से ज्यादा नहीं आ पा रहा है क्वांट में, है ना, और कई सारे क्वेश्चन अच्छे जो करने लायक थे वो मिस हो जा रहे हैं, ठीक है। तो वैसे तो सबको ये स्ट्रैटेजी करनी चाहिए, उन्हीं के लिए बता रहा हूं जो अच्छा स्कोर नहीं कर पा रहे हैं परसेंटाइल वाइज इन क्वांट में, 50-60 पे ही सिमट जा रहे हैं, राइट, है ना। तो आप क्या करो, एक ही राउंड बनाओ, जैसे एलआरडीआई में करा था ना। तो 5-6 मिनट्स क्या करो, ओपन द लिंक, चूज कर लो सारे 22 क्वेश्चन अगर हैं, ज्यादा है कम है, उसमें से 5-6 मिनट्स डाल के यार कौन से स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है, मुझे वही करने हैं बस, और कुछ करना ही नहीं। 5-6 मिनट से ज्यादा भी लग जाए आपको ये फिगर आउट करने में तो कर लीजिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। पिकअप दो 7-8 क्वेश्चन जो कि स्ट्रेट अवे करने लायक हैं आपकी प्रिपरेशन के अकॉर्डिंग, उनको भी आप बना लोगे तो जो स्कोर अभी आ रहा है उससे ज्यादा आ जाएगा। ऑफकोर्स परसेंटाइल वुड डेफिनेटली पुश, राइट। और अगर आपको जानना है कि ये स्ट्रैटेजी मेरे लिए काम करेगी जो मैंने बताई है, या ये स्ट्रैटेजी करेगी, तो वो मैं 1-on-1 में आपको बता सकता हूँ, इफ यू आर पार्ट ऑफ द कैट टू आई, राइट। तो उसके लिए आप बूस्टर कोर्स देख सकते हैं। इनफैक्ट मेरा कैट 24 अगर कोई सोच रहा है आगे, तो वो 13 दिसंबर से भी शुरू हो रहा है, राइट, है ना। सो इट्स अ वेरी पर्सनलाइज लर्निंग एंड आई प्रोड्यूस excellent result also, which I'll show you the picture also in a while. So I hope the strategy for QA must be clear. Now let's quickly come to the analysis part, what we can look forward to do in all the three sections. So first point, solve the remaining QA questions, passages, usage part, LRDI sets by giving extra time. So what I keep telling to my students कि अगर 2 घंटे का मॉक है तो आप मान के चलो कम से कम 2 से ढाई घंटा आपको और लगेगा थॉरो एनालिसिस में। तो लोग क्या करते हैं, बस मॉक्स लिखते रहते हैं, एनालिसिस नहीं करते हैं। अगर आप अपना परसेंटेज बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, मॉक्स के अलावा एनालिसिस पे भी फोकस अच्छे से करें। दूसरा वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, चेक सिलेक्शन आपका सही था कि नहीं। राउंड 1 के हिसाब से क्वेश्चन जो होने चाहिए थे, राउंड 2 के हिसाब से जो होने चाहिए थे, राउंड 3 के हिसाब से होने चाहिए थे, क्या वो क्वेश्चंस आपने वैसे ही करे हैं, तो वो एनालिसिस में पता चलेगा। क्या आपने राइट पैसेजेस पिक करे हैं वर्बल सेक्शन के अंदर, क्या आपने जो डूएबल एलआरडीए सेट्स हैं वही करे हैं। तो राइट रॉन्ग है नहीं है वो आपका सिलेक्शन, वो देखना जरूरी है, राइट, है ना। मेक श्योर सिली शिट मिस्टेक्स पे जरूर ध्यान दें, क्योंकि ये एक बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है जिससे परसेंटाइल डिप करता है बहुत ज्यादा। जल्दीबाजी ना करें। अगर आपका परसेंटाइल ठीक ठाक आ रहा है 88, 90, 85, काफी है, मेहनत करते रहें और पुश हो जाएगा, लेकिन अननेसेसरी उसको बढ़ाने की कोशिश में नीचे नहीं आ जाए, राइट, है ना। और उससे क्या होगा, जल्दीबाजी से सिली शिट मिस्टेक्स काफी करेंगे, उसको आप नोट डाउन करो। और अभी मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि वीकली बेसिस पे तो आपको रिवीजन करना ही चाहिए, लेकिन लास्ट में एक हफ्ते भी कैट में बस आप रिवीजन करोगे जिसमें सिली शिट मिस्टेक्स टॉप प्रायोरिटी पे होगा, राइट, है ना। मेक श्योर आपका इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस में आप देखो कोई ऑल्टरनेटिव वे हो, एलआरडीए में हो सकता है, क्वांट में हो सकता है ना, कोई शॉर्टकट हो, ट्रिक हो, चॉइसेस से हो रहा हो, वैल्यू से हो रहा हो। क्वांट में काफी कुछ वैल्यू से होता है, चुराना आपको चाहिए था, नहीं नहीं चुरा पाए, है ना। इवन वर्बल में मैं बोलूंगा कि प्लीज आप थॉरो एनालिसिस करो ईच एंड एवरी क्वेश्चन की, क्यों ये ऑप्शन की, इनफैक्ट क्वेश्चन तो आपको करना ही है एनालिसिस, उसमें जो ऑप्शंस होते हैं उसको आप एनालाइज करो वर्बल में कि यार ये सही क्यों है, बाकी गलत क्यों है, बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। और जो दो ऑप्शन में आप फंसते हो वो वाले क्वेश्चन तो पक्का ही आपको टॉप प्रायोरिटी पे एनालिसिस करनी है, ताकि आपकी एक्यूरेसी बढ़े। और हो सकता है कुछ नया कॉन्सेप्ट सीखने को मिले, तो वो कॉन्सेप्ट भी आप लोग लिस्ट डाउन करो, नोट डाउन करो कि यार मुझे पता नहीं था, सीखने को मिला, राइट, है ना। लास्ट वीक व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू डू, नो मॉक्स, स्ट्रिक्टली नो मॉक्स, ओनली रिविजन, नो क्लासेस। ऑल्सो क्लासेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ अगर रिविजन क्लासेस हो रही है तो करना है, दैट्स इट। कुछ प्रैक्टिस है वो नहीं करना है अपन को, कुछ मॉक्स है वो नहीं करना है। तो रिवीजन क्लासेस चल रही हैं, ऑफकोर्स आपको करना चाहिए, मैं कराऊंगा भी, लास्ट वीक में रिवीजन ही कराऊंगा, सारे हाई वेटेज कॉन्सेप्ट्स में डेफिनेटली कराऊंगा आपको। तो लास्ट में कराऊंगा तो आपको याद भी रहेगा। तो कॉन्सेप्ट्स में ध्यान रखना, ज्योमेट्री सबसे लास्ट में कराऊंगा, और आपको भी करनी चाहिए ज्योमेट्री रिवीजन सबसे लास्ट में, ताकि याद रहेंगे सारे फॉर्मूलाज, उसी में सबसे ज्यादा फॉर्मूलेज हैं। सिली शिट मिस्टेक्स को टॉप प्रायोरिटी पे रखें, उन क्वेश्चंस को जरूर ध्यान दें जो ट्रिक से, शॉर्टकट, चॉइस, वैल्यू चुराने से हो रहे हैं। वर्बल में मैं आपको वही बोलूंगा जहां पे आप स्पेशली उन क्वेश्चन में फंसे हो जहां पे दो ऑप्शन में दिक्कत आ रही थी, उनको डेफिनेटली आप रिवाइज करो। एक दिन पहले 26 नवंबर को कैट है, एक दिन पहले मस्त एंजॉय चिल। ऑनेस्टली लोग करते ही नहीं है भैया, ये एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट है, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, इसमें कोई हार्डकोर ऐसे लास्ट मोमेंट पे पढ़ोगे बहुत अच्छा कर लोगे अगले दिन, ऐसा नहीं होने वाला है। एंजॉय करो, make sure that you watch some motivational movie, or maybe you can look forward to spend time with the family. Matlab, just chill out. Whatever activity can make you feel comfortable, you should do that. Of course, on 25th of November, I would come up with one last strategy of 1 hour round, last minute strategy to score high in CAT 2023, which definitely you would love to attend, and you can push your percentile on the in the CAT paper on 26th of November. So for that, you have to definitely follow my channel so that you don't miss out those uh, sessions which I'm going to come up on the channel in the October month and the November month. So make sure that you love to subscribe to the channel, share the channel with the CAT aspirants, do like each and every video, do watch each and every video. That is very, very important for you. This is a very important line which I keep using, and honestly, that is true. You can check with my CAT 2M students also and the past students as well. नॉट जस्ट एन एजुकेटर बट अ मेंटोर. सो देखो, आपको एजुकेटर तो मिल जाएंगे भर भर के, राइट, मेंटोर काफी कम मिलेंगे, राइट, है ना. तो अगर आपके लिए ये जरूरी है, नॉट जस्ट एन एजुकेटर बट अ मेंटोर, आपके लिए रिजल्ट जरूरी है. देखो मेरे कैट टू, आई एम फाइनल अचीवर्स 2022 टॉप 5. आई एम इंदौर, आई एम उदयपुर, Unnati, I am Shillong, I am Lucknow, Narsimunji, Mumbai. I've just highlighted the top B schools. तो मेरा लास्ट ईयर ही स्टार्ट हुआ है कैट टू आई एम का. मेरा 19 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, जहां पे मैंने करे लॉन्चर, अनअकैडमी टाइम, काफी जगह पढ़ा है. सो आई एम सेइंग कि अगर आप भी अचीवर बनना चाहते हैं तो बूस्टर कोर्स है अभी मेरा करंटली जो रन हो रहा है 23 के लिए. 24 के लिए अगर आप सोच रहे हो तो 13 दिसंबर से आएगा. सो आई वुड से दैट प्लीज ज्वाइन कैट टू आई एम. सो नॉट जस्ट एन एजुकेटर बट अ मेंटोर. अगर आप रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड बैच देख रहे हो तो यस वी हैव. अगर आप पर्सनल अटेंशन बहुत देख रहे हो तो यस वी हैव लिमिटेड बैच साइज. So you can look forward to call me at this number also. So let me tell you just quickly about the CAT 2 IM booster course as well, which started on 20th September. Still you can be a part. All the recordings are available. For more details, you can look forward to check the video of this course also uploaded on my YouTube channel CAT 2 IM by Manoj Mahajan. So make sure that you thoroughly go through this entire video and make sure that you do apply the strategy which I have talked about in the video out here, so that you can also be the achiever and you can do well. And make sure that once you apply that, and do let me know in the comments also that how much the strategy helped you, right? So if you want to be a part of CAT 2 IM booster course, call me at 9891565351. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.